so here we go. Hello, everybody. I am playing The Witcher 3 Next Gen Update. Okay? Now, Simulate Witcher 2 save. Yeah, we'll put that on. So, I thought I was going to make lots of big O's with God of War Ragnarok, but more of you seem to be really disappointed that I was moving away from Elden Ring and the From Software games. Now, if you've been on my stream, you know how much The Witcher 3 means to me, and how I got the game a week early when it first came out, and etc, etc, etc. It's looking... I've put the tutorials on, it's probably a good thing. It's looking a bit dark. Let me just change this. So the reason I'm not doing a Let's Play, guys, right? The reason I'm doing a Let's Play is because I'm just thinking... excuse me. Like, I just want to see how you guys respond. We've got Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII today. We've got Witcher 3 Next Gen Update today.
You're running out of
So I'm going to do Let's Plays on both of them. I'm going to start off with some Let's Plays. Just want to get your feedback to see how you guys are feeling about me covering these games. Because you have to understand, Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy in general mean more to me than anything. Same with Zelda. The Witcher 3 and the Witcher books are just my everything, right? So it'll just be to see how the channel goes and how you guys feel about me covering these games. So we'll start with Let's Play because you can choose to watch that or not. So I'm skipping cutscenes and stuff just to give you a heads up where we are. This is Geralt, the Witcher. If you don't know about what Witcher is, Witchers obviously are mutants that are attuned to the darkness, and they have special abilities that raise them above men. They can use light touches of magic called signs, and witches essentially their trade is fighting the dark, monsters, ghosts, ghouls, whatever, vampires, witches. This castle I'm at here, this is up in the north. This is Kaer Morhen.
Right.
And Kaer Morhen is where young boys are taken to be mutated into witches and then trained as witches. And when they're ready, they leave Kaer Morhen. They wander the world, just going to towns and looking for payment from the towns to rid them of monsters. It's a brutal process. Young boys being turned into witches. It's called the Trial of Grasses, and I think 80% die.
How many times do I
bring Trial of Grasses? Only about 20% survive it and become witches. It's mainly just to do with the horribleness of how they're
don't get mad at her.
Be mutated through sort of poisonous concoctions and potions and things like that.
You like that about
So we're here now at the start of The Witcher 3. This is Vesemir. He's a very old school trainer. Trained Geralt, and obviously Geralt's the Witcher, who we all know. And Ciri, this young girl that we're looking at down here, who's training on the pendulum, very, very well-known, brutal training tool and exercise of witches. She is here.
Wrong.
Oh, because Geralt is essentially her father. Now, let me explain this. There's something in the Witcher world, in the world of the Witcher, a book's called The Law of Surprise. The Law of Surprise is incredible, right? The Law of Surprise is essentially invoking destiny to do something random. It means that the Law of Surprise is incredibly dangerous, right? Let me explain to you why it exists. If, for example, you were to save somebody's life in the universe of The Witcher,
Get down.
that person would owe you. And that's the first thing they would ask you. You saved my life.
What do you
I
think?
give you? And a pauper will give you their most treasured thing, which could be something like
Take off the blindfold.
dirt. King could give you all the riches of the land and, you know,
You've got work to do.
loads of
reflexes are still
state and
slow.
Maybe for
crazy.
a witcher.
Think drowners are
So sometimes people don't know what they want in return for you saving their life. So they invoke the Law of Surprise.
I'd fear Vesemir more
And,
than
and
Striga.
this is how they do it. They
Disobeying
say
his
something along the lines
instructions.
of,
Unwise.
okay, you saved my life.
Well, yes.
I invoke the Law of Surprise.
It was horribly
So
done.
I would like you to give me
No.
that
And you
which I
know
do
that's
not
no
expect
excuse.
when I return home.
I'm sorry.
That's
It won't
crazy,
happen
right?
Again.
What that means is you're
Sorry's
basically
not good
saying,
enough.
when I return
You're
home,
gonna read ghouls
destiny and
and
fate will
elves in its
decide what my
entirety,
reward is.
Appendices included.
No, please.
Could be crazy.
rather
Could be
clean the
anything,
stables.
right? In
End of
rare
discussion.
instances, you would return
Come on,
home to
I'll
find
practice with the
an
others down
infant.
below.
Shall
Whether
we
your
run
wife
the
being
walls?
pregnant or the infant's just there, we'll begin tutorial. And that's what Ciri
Of
is.
course. It's a
Ciri
witcher
is a
school or an
child
elven
of prophecy,
bathhouse.
this young girl here.
Beat you to the bottom.
And let me tell you the story
Maybe
whilst
if
I'm
you
running through
fall.
the tutorial. SX while face loud begin. Way back when, Geralt gets invited to the Queen of Sintra. So Sintra is one of the countries in the land, in the sort of world of The Witcher. Geralt is invited to the court of
What did I tell you about breathing
Queen of Sintra
through your mouth in rhythm with
When?
your steps?
She's looking for a suitor for her daughter, Pavetta.
Ciri, cut it out.
And whilst Geralt's there, obviously drama unfolds. So all of the lands, Novigrad, Skellige, all of the people, you know, the humans, the dwarves, the elves, they're all there, bringing their best suitors forward for the Queen of Sintra's daughter, Pavetta, to marry. Very important. Alliances, political, you know.
Run into trouble.
So obviously the islands of Skellige are kind of lined up. One of those lads is going to marry Pavetta, Queen of Sintra's daughter. But loads of stuff unfolds, loads of things kick off, right? And a knight appears, and I won't go too much into it, but a knight appears who demands Pavetta's hand in marriage. And the Queen's like, what? So a big fight breaks out, right? And in the end,
Oh no. There's
Geralt stands up for this
What did you expect?
this knight, Dooney, his name is. He stands up for him, and basically Geralt ends up lifting a curse, or helping Dooney lift a curse off himself. He lifts a curse off Dooney, and Pavetta is actually in love with Dooney, and Dooney and Pavetta are to be together, much at the dismay of everyone else in the court. So what does Geralt
Anything
do?
to say for yourself, young lady?
Dooney says to Geralt, "You've lifted me
I'm
with this
very
curse.
sorry,
You've given me
Uncle
my love,
Vesemir.
Pavetta,
Young
a
blood
hand in marriage. You've given me
craves
everything I
action,
could possibly
understand
want.
that. But
You've
when you
basically
fight
saved
a
my life.
beast, knowledge counts
What
as
can I
much
reward
as
you
your
with?
silver sword.
What does Geralt go
At
and
the very
say?
least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an
I'll invoke
owl.
the law of
By
surprise.
markings, like unto the
I shall
Panthera
shall
tigris,
receive
which
what I'm not
Vercania
expecting when I
and
return
by
home.
the sickly paleness
And
of its
immediately when he
visage.
says that, thunderstorm,
So you
Pavetta
did read the
is sick.
chapter.
She throws up.
Still, you should have asked.
He's immediately
You
pregnant.
were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
On the spot, right there, in those seconds. Because
Don't
Geralt
try to weasel your way
is
out of this.
invoked the law of surprise.
A witcher
So
must
Ciri
know
is
how to
born
trick his opponent.
of the law
You
of
said so
surprise,
yourself.
and her mother is Pavetta. Now, technically,
Might
her
have,
father is
but
nobody
don't use my
because
words of
Dooney
wisdom
doesn't
on
impregnate
Vesemir, got it?
Pavetta,
That's
and
playing
neither
with
does
fire.
Geralt. But because Geralt invoked the law of
Fine, we
surprise,
talked enough.
he is
Geralt, you're
probably
with
the
me,
closest thing
Lambert
to
with Eskel,
Ciri's
Ciri
father.
with the dummy.
Again?
After a lot of
Stop groaning
hiding
and grab
Ciri
a sword.
from the Empire, the Nilfgaardian Empire, who are technically the
What
bad
do you
guys,
think?
who are
Should we
usually
start
seen as the
by
bad guys.
reviewing the fundamentals or
Um,
go right to free
Ciri
trade?
ends up coming here to Kaer Morhen to train as a Witcher. They just want to help her hone her skills and, if I'm being honest, control her wild magical powers. She has incredible powers.
Should work on
Ciri
the
can
basics.
basically
Even skilled masters
move
need to
through
hone the
realms
fundamentals,
and universes.
Ciri's barely a novice.
She can't control this power. Amongst all other things like being able to teleport and warp around, she just can't control it. So she comes to Kaer Morhen Kaer Morhen's very excluded, as you can imagine, with the witches being up in its castle. It's a good place. It's a good place. And some of those witches you saw there, I believe they are. I'm forgetting their names now. I'm forgetting their names, but we'll talk to them in a minute. This is Vesemir. He's sort of like head witcher who basically would have trained Geralt. Right, so steel swords. Press R3 to deselect target when you okay.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3.
So am I locked on? Yeah, got the little thing around
Tom
the head
Foolery.
there. I'm trying to remember the Lambert is one of the other witches' names,
Showing off.
and can't remember the other guys' names, but don't worry, we'll meet them
What
all.
the blazes are you doing? Strong.
Right, so square for quick attacks, as we
Never
know.
lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Dodge.
There you go. Triangle for the heavier attacks.
Remember,
They now need a bit of dodging with circle, I think. Yeah, there we go. So that's where we are with the story. Now, obviously, there's so many characters in the book. I skipped the beginning part of this, so I've kind of missed Yennefer. Yennefer's Geralt's love interest. She's a sorceress, very powerful sorceress. Parry, cool, okay.
See how Geralt holds his sword?
And I've played this game, obviously played it religiously, as you've heard me on the stream talking about
foolery. Enough.
What's he doing?
Damn it.
Am I supposed to attack him or something? Oh! Well, I literally just have to hold L2 down. It's been a while since I played the game.
Pretend now.
Yeah, if you've been on my streams, you know that I got this game a week early when it first came back out in like 2013, whenever it was. So I love this game, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing Let's Plays on this, and these are all my signs. Let's Plays this and Crisis Score, just to see how you guys respond and react.
Now, young lady,
Then will I create content on them, and will I stream them? It's kind of up
over
to
a
you
few
guys, really.
witches' signs. Let's start with
So these are the signs which I briefly mentioned. No, I don't think I did mention actually. Witches, obviously, after they've been mutated, they have heightened powers. They're faster. They can see in the dark. Like loads of cool stuff, and they live their life drinking. You know, part of their kind of loadout, their weapons and stuff is little potions which they continue to drink, or certain circumstances. Cat potion helps you see perfectly in the dark, so when you're fighting in the dark, for example, and there's loads of different potions for loads of different monsters that help defend you and things like that. The other thing they can do is they're not sorcerers, but they can use light magic in the form of signs. So you've got the Quen sign, Yrden, Igni, Axi, and Ard. So it's an telekinetic blast, which is kind of like a force push. This one is you can sort of control people's minds. So all of these can be leveled up throughout the game, and there's things like influencing opponents' minds and things like that can be used. Really cool. Like, you know, you can get enemies to fight each other and stuff like that. And some of these things can be used in dialogue as well. Persuade people to get things that you want in quests. Igni, fire. Quen is my favourite. It's a shield around you. Absolute life and death. It's brilliant. And Yrden is like a magical trap. So Yrden will put on the floor, almost like a sort of one of those weird kind of Satan signs, you know, like a, what do you call them? Pentagram type thing. And it's really good for fighting ghosts. Ghosts wander into it, and they go from ethereal to sort of like, you know, physical form, and you can start hammering them. So there's our signs there. So we're going to, what did he say? So we're going to use Quen. And Quen is done off the R2 then, so you slot it in.
Quen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now
Shield.
watch carefully to see why.
Boom, see? So he hit me and didn't take any damage, but if you look at Vesemir, his shield is much cooler than mine. So obviously these things can be leveled up to be better. What's he asking me to do? Oh, Igni, okay, sorry. So I'm going to attack him with Igni now. Whilst he's got his shield up. That's cool. It's a terrible way to introduce you to Igni, though. It just makes Igni look really weak. The Igni side does file damage just by burning opponents. There we go. A bit better, isn't it?
Next. Alright, Geralt. Come on.
What are we going for? Ard. Okay, so this is your force push. Just remember that these are all very weak at the moment. We haven't leveled any of these up.
Knock anyone or anything off balance.
Ooh.
Time for Axi. Damn it.
Time for
I
Axi?
hate this feeling.
Yeah, so now I'm going to mess with his mind. So yeah, like he said, he hates this feeling.
Axi can really muddle.
It's cool, you can just get enemies to fight each other by controlling their minds. Cool. Disorientate your opponent. But all this has to be leveled up, as you can imagine. And then Yrden. So yeah, so you'll see Yrden.
I'm too old for this shit. See this, Ciri?
No, you won't see Yrden. Oh yes, can you see there? Can you see this? This is a terrible place to cast it because of the grass. Can you see these little purple signs? It's actually making a circle.
Quen will dampen the blow.
And then now we're talking about our bombs. So you have signs, bombs, and elixirs. Signs being your magic, bombs being your sort of like consumables, like you can throw an oil pot on someone, then use Igni and they burn more. Loads of cool stuff like that. And then your elixirs are the things that you will drink for a combat situation. It's a really, really cool system. They did an amazing job bringing these books to life. The game brings the books. The three games so far bring the books to life better than the Netflix series did.
Die.
Here we go. So that's really cool. I'm glad we did that tutorial because I've got like 70% trophies from when I first played the game on PS4, whenever it was. So yeah, it's really nice. Hold R1 and aim at one of the highlight training posts, then release a bomb. Okay, so R1, hold R1, little thing, and then I just release, right? So saying, yeah. Please, combat's not too difficult, but you are moving through different things. If you want to continue training with Vesemir to stop training, to receive. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so
Enough.
I think
Continue
we'll.
training at will.
Yeah, parry when it feels good. Whoa, he's good. So the combat is pretty cool, right? Let's get Quen going. I'm going to get parrying down. I'm really going to practice it. I am hitting the shoulder buttons for attacks, though. This is going to be a huge problem when going back to Elden Ring. Huge problem. See, there, I just popped Quen at the right time because I popped it and hit me. Didn't actually take any damage. Okay, I'm going to sheathe the sword. We'll call that a day. So, as I say, this is a bit of a flashback from where we're going to start the game. We're training Ciri here, right? We're training her up. And,
Whoa, you really showed him.
you know, she's a bit of a tear away. It's that typical thing of apprentice and master and Jedi apprentice and things like that. But the simple fact is she lives a lot of her life with these witches for a long time. So when the sorceresses Yennefer and Triss Merigold come to sort of
that helmet.
visit, they realise that a huge part of Ciri's training is just being a woman, just being female and being a teenager and going through those changes. So the sorceresses come and help her with that.
I'll make
They're telling off
find every
all of the
last
blokes
blade
like
for
you
you.
idiots like you. I feel really terrible because I'm forgetting the two witches' names. I know one's called Lambert. I'm just forgetting the other guy's name.
What the?
So I think this is a dream. I think we've just played the first part of the game as a dream, as a bit of a tutorial. Like I say, this is a flashback. It's a flashback for when Ciri was a young girl and she was being trained with the witches. And this is The Witcher 3, the Wild Hunt. Now the Wild Hunt.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
I mean, look at these guys. They're horrifying.
No.
Absolutely horrifying, right? So with these guys, they're basically elves, I believe, just sort of a form of elves. They're evil as hell. They hunt through the land, bringing frost and snow with them wherever they go, and they're after Ciri. They're just after her power, and that's what the sort of wild hunt comes down to, really. So we're on Temeria now. Now we're starting the game. We'll soon split up with Vesemir, like he'll go off on his own way, but we'll get the game started.
Had a nightmare.
Wondering if the lip sync's a bit out. Let me just double check something here.
Take forever to explain.
Dawn some way
Let's
off.
try changing
We've
the
got time.
delay on that. They do say with Elgato, just put a 200 millisecond delay in. Should help just sync up the
Started
The
in the
audio a
guest
bit better.
room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss,
and if it's all the same to you guys, I'll skip
Funny.
these
was
scenes.
she?
Geralt and
True to
Vesemir, they're reminiscing about
Real
Ciri,
funny.
and that's what the game is.
And
We're just
Oh.
trying to find Ciri,
Didn't it?
no,
and we're gonna meet every
was-
political leader, every mage, every monster, every ghost, every peasant, every king. Like we're gonna meet
Wait.
them all throughout our
Show me
adventure,
the
and
letter
it's
from Yennefer.
incredible.
Might have overlooked.
didn't overlook anything.
Like the
We were
game's
meant to meet
always
in
looked
Willoughby.
beautiful to me.
Stop
So with this
talking.
update, I know we're
We're
locked
gonna
into 60
sniff
frames per second, and we're sort of
We must
prioritizing that.
meet.
But I can
What's this
see that it
book?
looks a bit better. So the stuffed unicorn thing is like a joke.
Stuffed unicorn.
Um,
The things
actually
young
a-
folk get
Back on top.
it's actually a
2 or 3
sexual
days.
thing between
Trail's fresh.
Geralt and Yennefer.
But it looks like at least.
Never really goes into too much detail.
Wait, hear that?
So when I first played this game, because I really wanted it to last, I played first on Death March mode, which is the hardest difficulty, and I really enjoyed it. I loved the game. But I can tell you now, this is the hardest point of the game when you put it on Death March. Because you just don't have a lot of time, really, to... What am I waiting for here? Can I cast that sign again, or am I waiting for my stamina? Waiting for my stamina. See that little semicircle bar, the little yellow bar? That's what I'm waiting for. Yes, sorry, on Death March mode, the hardest difficulty setting, this is the hardest point of the game. I promise you, even the last boss, this is the hardest point of the game. Killing these ghouls. A well-known thing. Look at that. How beautiful that is.
An army's past, necrophages follow. Let's go before
While playing on Blood and Broken Bones, as much as meditation does not, so you meditate to heal yourself up and stuff and to pass time and things, but on the hardest settings that doesn't level you up. Now on the map in the top right, you can see the little... Oh, I do not, I'm going to be so terrible with button commands playing across this Elden Ring and God of War. And then if I do play Crisis or Final Fantasy VII game. So crafting's a huge thing. You know, again, I think that's where some games fail. I think like some incredible crafting in Elden Ring, like that. But I always felt like the crafting in this was so purposeful to the lore of the game. That's what witches do. They craft potions, they craft elixirs, and it's so important to your each combat situation and enemy that you're fighting. So S3 to whistle. Okay, cool. Hold X to go a bit faster. Oh yeah, the controls down the bottom right. I mean, look at this, guys. And yes, you know it. This is open world.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No.
And as made famous, I think this game is what invented this, or it might have been. I think Zelda and Skyrim in games like that stole this. If you're on a path and you hold the run button,
going our way.
We have a side.
The northern realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are
now,
no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders.
The only problem I have is still in games, the thing that drives me, is that pacing with the person that you're supposed to be with, the NPC. I want Vesemir to be a little bit ahead of me, so I know that I'm following him and it's fine, and I just need to hold down X. When he's behind me, it's a bit... Am I going the right way? The game's going to kick off now, giving us a big sort of dive in at the deep end. You know, yeah, we fought some ghouls, but we've also got, I believe, a Griffin. An Arch-Griffin. So this sums up the kind of the whole natural order thing of the Witcher universe. It's just beasts. Beasts, monsters, ghosts, ghouls, witches, vampires, the lot. Werewolves, everything, right? All the animals in between you can imagine. Bears, wyverns, dragons, the whole lot, right? And that's just the heart of The Witcher, the story, the universe, is just survival. It's just a food chain. And then it is the afterlife as well. You know, it's ghosts having unfinished business. It's vampires having to feed. And then all of these things have personalities.
How's it gone?
Some vampires and werewolves are just feral.
Yeah.
They're just surviving. Some are political and clever and smart and want to manipulate. So it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Gods, that was close.
But this is what it's all about. It's about helping people, right?
Provided you got lucky.
And we're going to have
Your horse died quickly.
situations like this, okay?
Griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it.
So
alive,
this is brilliant.
piece by
Geralt
piece.
is explaining something about griffins here, how they toy with their prey before they eat them.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
So he's asking me if we want a reward, right? So we didn't really do anything. So I'm going to try and play the game as honourably as I can. You know, you don't owe us a thing. Like, we didn't
You
do
don't owe
anything.
us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift
So
a
that's really
finger without
important, what
pay.
this
They also say
cart
mice
guy
are
is
born
saying,
rotting
this
straw.
merchant is saying. The one thing you
Back to
have
the
to understand
train.
about witches is,
Like I said,
witches are different.
Leads to the main road.
Because they're
and
mutants.
ends there, muddled.
You seek
Young
someone-
boys, they were just trial of grass is just a mutation. It's loads of mutations. It's horrible.
Yes.
We're looking for Yennefer as well,
medium
by the way.
Long black
Keep an
hair.
eye on black hair, that's
Seen one
Yennefer.
like that.
No.
Because mutants
But
different, because they're freaky and
there's
they're
an
weird,
inn
they
here in
are
Whitehall.
abominations. And
Saw one
abomination is the
around.
word that's
Guess
used a
it's
lot.
share of
Freak is
travellers.
a word that's
Perhaps
used a
you'll learn
lot.
something there.
You notice there with that merchant saying, oh, you know, they say that witches are
the
heartless.
innkeep's
There's
my
a
cousin.
huge preconception and a
Bram sent
whole
you.
attitude and
She'll treat
reputation
you
that
like
witches have
family.
and that
Not
people
a
have
bad
towards
idea.
them.
Especially since that wound.
That's
needs
one we'll
cleaning.
be noticing throughout the
Beast
game.
barely grazed me. But sure.
We will
use
be
a good
received
rock.
very differently.
go.
But of course, witches aren't the only sort of, like, slightly not human race. You have sorcerers and sorceresses. You have doppelgangers, dopplers, who are people that can, you know, steal anybody's identity physically, like actually become them.
So, Griffin this close
Elves,
to the village.
dwarves, you know.
Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest
So,
or the mountains, sure,
non-human
but
is a big thing
never
in the Witcher
paved
world.
road.
You're human or
Maybe
you're
it's the
non-human.
war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt
And
flesh.
those races and
Perhaps
those
monsters crazy
attitudes are all
sometimes.
just vary
Too.
people to people
We
as
need
they
to
would in
watch
our
ourselves in White Orchard.
world and our
And we should
society.
leave as soon as we learn anything.
So this is really cool. We come to little villages and stuff like that. They're all around the map. We'll bring the map up in a minute, and we can just explore and help and pick up side quests and everything like that. And what's amazing about the Witcher games, and this is something I now love, I used to hate.
So it worked. Except it was some drowner that
If you want to level up, if you want to start unlocking skills, get loads of XP points, start, you know, getting overpowered, go out and farming and grinding and, like, slaughtering enemies. So do it. The XP you get for that kind of stuff is so minuscule. Rubbish, right?
What?
Completing quests, turning side quests in and main story quests in, that's how you level up. That's where you get the big chunks of XP. So I used to hate that when I was a younger man and I had loads of time on my hands.
No need. We're used
But now I
to
love it. Because, especially for
Like
things
the
like I don't
jumping
have a lot of
player.
time anymore to play games,
Armies
or
to
I'm
pass
streaming for
through.
you guys and we want to
Now
keep things
Griffin's
interesting and we still want to
prowling about.
progress through stories and games.
Ran into
It
your
means we can
kinsman
actually
Bram.
keep things fresh and keep things
Who
going
is he?
by
Alive.
doing
Sends his regards.
the exciting stuff and the
Food and drink
progressive
on the
stuff
house.
instead of just killing the
What
same
can I
enemy
get
over and over again. So yeah, I've done a complete U-turn on that now. Right, so option marked that will open the shop panel. So obviously, like
Show me what you
taverns
got
and
behind
shops
the
and places
counter.
like that will have little things to buy. I used to always find the HUD of all this a bit confusing. You just have to go over. So Gwent is a huge part of this. It's a card game like you'd get in like the Final Fantasy games. It's a huge game in itself and very important. It can unlock loads of cool stuff for you. And I did start getting very good at playing it back in the day. I'd have to relearn it though. So alchemy ingredients, your Redanian herbal for healing your health and healing your stamina. Look, you can see those there. Then just all this stuff, eating and things like that, keeping your strength up. It's all here. So we won't bore ourselves too much with that yet. And it's not boring. I shouldn't say that.
Looking
Let's
for a
keep things
woman.
going
And,
and let's get ourselves
I've
into a
not
position
seen
where
or
we
smelt
can
such a
we can
lady.
get cracking.
Believe I
Now,
remember.
one thing I think they may
Yeah.
have fixed about the
Especially
game,
hard.
but if you look at
Plenty of
Geralt,
travellers about, though.
I don't know about you,
Folk
but
from
his
all over.
armor
Might be worth
is fantastic. Look at his armor. It's really nice. Really cool. It's looking a lot better with the next gen updates.
there a contract on
But
that
it's looking
Griffin?
really cool.
Nay,
Now, when
not
you
at the
first
moment.
start going
Used
down the
to
route
be.
of equipping new
As long
armor,
as
which
the
has
beast had built and
amazing
left by the alderman
defense,
of
it'll have
Spark
all
Collection,
green
or
arrows
go to the
pointing up
Lord
and
for
numbers
help.
that are green
Now the
to
aldermen
say
don't use the privy
that this
without
piece of armor
asking
you've
the
picked up
Black
is
One's permission
way better than what
first.
you're wearing.
And
You'll equip
as
that
soon as
armor
they
and it will
came
look
to
crap.
the
And so many people were
Shame.
angry. So many
We
people,
might have
when the
done
game first out,
something
just
not
wanted,
for
because you
free.
can upgrade armor. But when you decide what school you want to go down, like you can learn the Griffin school, the Wolf school, the Bear school, and the Cat school, I believe. And they all have different variants. So one is more tanky, one is more mage-like, one is, you know, you start unlocking those skill trees. Everybody just wanted this armor to be upgradable. Because that's what you do. When you choose a school, you'll get the armor. But then you'll start upgrading that armor. And it gets cooler and cooler and looks better and better. And that's all anybody wanted, was for this piece of armor here to be upgradable so the stats could get higher, so you could just wear it. And I think they may have put that in the game. I think they may have fixed that. After so many people moaning, you know? So, this is a
Help you
typical
bandage
thing
that
here.
up. Then I'll ask about.
We're going to go and ask around about trying to find Jennifer, and like everything of how these things start, I'm going to ask the wrong people.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
See, they don't
Out
like
of my
me.
face, freak. for your breath.
Yeah, calling me a freak and things like that. So it's typical, right? So this is interesting. This is telling me that sometimes there'll be dialogue options to use Axie, the sign, to play with their minds.
Raven-haired woman dressed in
And you'll get
black
experience
and
points
white.
for it.
Seen
And of
her?
course,
Talk.
more
Folks say the
substantial
lady
things
rode
will
through the
require
village
a
few
much
days
higher
ago.
level of Axie.
Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which
There
way
you go.
did she
So
go?
this guy's telling us
Dunno.
what's happening now, because we've
people! The freak's
yeah.
taken Micah's mind.
This was done
And I'll
purposely, right?
take your tongue if you don't shut up.
This guy saw me. I love that. And there's no stupidity here. The guy saw me control his mate's mind. Get the answers I want. So he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "Hey, everybody, this witch is like, you know." So I really like that, and obviously that leads on to that typical thing of a fight in a minute. People being like, "Oh, you witcher, you think you're cool and hard, do you?" And I'm gonna get in trouble. Right, that's not the right door to go through. Does anybody remember how the hell I got in it? It's this way, isn't it?
Once more, there
So
are
I can talk to
4
these guys.
factions. What a waste of time.
They're playing Gwent.
The earth.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, assistant professor in contemporary history at
There you go.
Oxenfurt Academy.
This is a professor from the
Geralt of Rivia,
Oxenfurt University,
Witcher with
which
tenure.
will be going to Oxenfurt. Oxenfurt's a big
Looking
town.
for a woman.
Novigrad is an even bigger
Long
town.
hair, dressed in black and white.
Of course not.
Horsewoman of War, that's what they're referring to her.
Horsewoman of war.
Folks
So this
say
guy doesn't
an
mind,
omen.
which obviously
A
maybe it's because he's a bit more
beautiful
intelligent or something like that.
vouch for all that.
But this guy is obviously a bit
No
more
facts
open-minded to us.
interest me, not
So I think we can talk to him and start learning Gwent and things like that, but we'll just say farewell.
Gotta go.
a moment, Witcher.
No, and I don't.
But the rules are quite simple. Come.
Yeah, so he wants to teach me Gwent, so we'll come back to Gwent. I think we can always come back to this guy, it's all fine.
Shame.
But the card
well,
game's really, really
I'm
fun.
here.
It's really cool, but we'll just play The Witcher for now. We can do the card game at any point, and we'll pick it all up. We'll start picking it all up. Wow, I don't ever remember there being a stash thing here. That's cool. So obviously, at some point I think we'll be buying our own houses and stuff, and we'll be able to stash all of our things like you can on like the Skyrim games and Oblivion, things like that. I accidentally went to attack him then. So
like every-
another creepy guy to talk to. Yeah, I'll have a drink.
Fine.
May as well keep it sort
Let me
of
cut to the chase.
Yennefer,
Yennefer of Vengerberg. That's who we're after. She's the
Never
main
mentioned
character
her
in the
name.
story.
yet you describe.
How do you
We'll just keep it
runs into a
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself.
Yeah, so Geralt of Rivia,
Butcher of
that's who the
Blaviken.
character is, who the whole book centre around. The Witcher Geralt of Rivia, the Butcher of Blaviken. He's also known as the White
seen
Wolf,
Yennefer?
Deepest apology.
and that translates into a word called Gwynblade. It's really, really cool. It's a bit of Welsh in that, actually. Gwyn is Welsh for white, White Wolf. Gwynblade, it's kind of like the White Wolf. It's quite cool. I'm going to be nice. I'm just going to be nice. Of course, but like, a Witcher would never speak like this.
What? Before you appeared, never a...
Get to the
So
point.
yeah, Geralt has
And
names. Like, you know,
Nilfgaardian
you
scum
have
from the local
in Game of
garrison
Thrones,
saw
they have like
Where?
they have sort of
At their
names
camp.
that extend their actual
She
names,
rode in
like
there.
to do with feats or
Dark
things that
of
they've done,
night,
or something,
black
ways
and
they've
white.
behaved,
Where
or
to?
achievements or something.
I'm not
So
a
with Geralt, he's called the Butcher of Blaviken because he ends up
men
just
of the
killing a
road
shed
must
load of
stick
people in a
together.
small village called
Perhaps one day
Blaviken.
I'll be in trouble, and you'll be
he
nearby
gets
to
it.
help.
He gets you'll see it in the Netflix thing where is her name Rennie or I'm saying Rennie or Rani now because of Elden Ring, but I can't remember her name. But she's a sorceress, a dangerous one that needs hunting down, and he ends up getting into a big fight with all of her minions. And he ends up killing all of them.
Then fuck
And he
off.
gets known as the Butcher of Blaviken, and he gets kicked out of the town,
want
and
your
people
card
throwing
here.
stones at him and stuff. So this is another part of the game as well. I'm not going to use Axie because it'll probably
Better
fail.
round up someone else to help.
What I'm going to do is I'm
You
going to fight
don't
them.
stand a chance
Fist
against
fights
me.
are a big part of the game as well. There's actually side quests where you do
If I had a bag
tournaments
over
where
my
you
head
fight
and my
people in
hands
fist
tied
fights, and there's a
behind
whole chain of sight and
No,
go around the
not even
whole
then.
world to different
Jet
towns and
Lesh.
stuff and villages,
Back off.
fighting
I'll teach this vagrant a lesson. Man on freak.
fighting these champions fist to fist. And at the final, you get sent to a Fist of the South Star. That's so cool. If any of you know the anime Fist of the North Star, that's so cool. As you can see, get high experience points just for getting quests done. And just everyone going Skyrim screams. Way. There's only a fight. I'm sure they're used to seeing people punch each other. It's not like anyone died. So basically, game saved. A game of automatic save reaches in Master of the Story. Yes, I do need to remember that. Really need to get the saving going. What was I talking about? I think it was Geralt being the Butcher of Blaviken. Yeah, Geralt of Rivia. He's known. You know, he's got a very distinct look because of his white hair and things like that. Roach, you were in a really awkward position, so I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to get you out. So this is terrible. If you look at this, don't think I'm going to be able to get out of here because of the way that... Yeah, okay, we're okay. Okay, so the Griffin would be on a notice board in the town. So if we look at the mini-map, we've got merchant here.
Whoa there, Roach.
How do I get off the horse? Hold circle, there you go. So I think the game's looking pretty beautiful, right? And yes, you know, it is that typical thing of if you look over there and you want to go over there, you can do that. This merchant's interesting. I'm sure he has something.
Thank you for saying.
I always remember this merchant being quite interesting.
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon.
Look at this.
As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something?
He's just given us 50% off all his wares because we didn't take money off him earlier. That's really cool. So those
stock.
Always think about those things. It's an RPG. If you wanna start getting loads of money and loads of XP, you can just go and do that, right? If you have a choice not to just get a quick cash in from somebody, yeah, don't take it. It'll always come back round for the better. So you go, Griffin decoction. Taking damage raises damage resistance up to an upper limit for the remainder of the fight. So when we're fighting a Griffin, if we concoct this, if we craft this elixir, I can pop it when we're fighting the Griffin, and every time he hits me, I'm building resilience up against it. So up until a certain limit, his attacks will actually get weaker every time he's hitting me. So it's that kind of thing that's really important. I've got 250 crowns on me. Even different currencies in the game for where you are in the world. Yeah, look, so this guy has saddles. He has saddle bags for your inventory weight. This guy's quite interesting. He's quite an interesting guy to know. I'm glad that we... I wonder if the discount has been applied. Is 100... I think it has. I'd like to be able to afford that and the saddlebags, I think. Yeah, so you've got saddles and saddlebags. Saddles will... You need this because you do horse racing in the game as well. So you get a master saddle. The horse won't tire as easily. So you go through the saddles getting faster and faster. The blinders on the eyes stop your horse panicking in combat. So you can actually use Axie on your horse's mind. You can actually put your hand to the horse and use Axie to calm the horse down when you're running past monsters and stuff. So the horse can kick you off and bolt. So the blinders help with the horse's fear level. The saddles just give it more stamina so you can keep sprinting for longer. And the saddlebags is your inventory weight. It's like a nice thing to say, well, look, you're traveling the world, you can now carry more stuff because your horse has bigger bags. And then obviously repair kits for your weapons and armor, and then some crafting stuff. So I'm really, I don't know what to buy. I think I'm going to go for the maximum inventory. I'm not going to worry too much about the Griffin. The Griffin fight isn't hard at the beginning of the game, even on the hardest difficulty, because you're kind of supposed to win. So I'm going to go for the saddlebags, I think. Not going to be doing any horse racing for a while. I've got 67. Let's have a little look through some of this. Maybe I can... Do I have any... I picked up some crafting stuff. I wonder if I can sell that for any money. Not really. Maybe it would be nice getting up to 91. Just so I could... Woven out. Temporarily lowers the... wide level of all items by 2. That's cool. Tawny Owl accelerates stamina regeneration. So there's some really commonly well-known ones from the books, and you start getting to know throughout the game. I wouldn't really be able to make that up to... Well, that's quite expensive, Nilfgaardian lemon. Sure, we'll leave it for now. We know who this merchant is, and we know he's doing us a good deal, so we'll say good long.
Take care.
Good long, so long. Goodbye. And do you know what? You do actually start. This is the thing that I really liked about the Witcher games. Like, I mean, look at all this stuff, all these crafting materials in the towns and stuff. Really good. But like, you do actually start noticing and kind of being able to identify some of the crafting stuff just by looking at it. If you look here, these signposts will allow us to fast travel across. So do you want to see the map? So this map, what's that there? This map here is like the beginning area of the game, right? Then it goes all the way up here, and you've got like Nilfgaardian and places that just goes huge. Then you've got all the Skellige Islands, which are a completely different map. Then you've got the Blood and Wine expansion to go to the Duchy of Toussaint. That's a whole other map by itself as well. The game is massive. Absolutely massive. Here we go. So we know there's a notice board in here with a quest for us. So the main quest is to go to the Nilfgaardian camp. You know, Nilfgaardians, they are kind of the bag. What the Nilfgaardians are doing is they're occupying land. They're a giant country with a massive army, and they're going around the world just occupying. Think of the Roman Empire or something. They're like that. So they are sort of the bad guys, but you can be on good footing with them. Nothing is ever clear-cut in this game where it's like, good guys, bad guys, da-da-da. I mean, the Wild Hunt are the bad guys. I will say that's pretty solid. But yeah, nothing's ever as clean-cut as just being, oh, good guys, bad guys, good guys, bad guys. There's always a lot of choice to make and lots of people that you can side with or make. You can make a lot of friends and you can make a lot of enemies, and then you can play the game through again, and you can, the enemies that you had in the first time round will be your friends, and then you can make your friends your enemies. You know, it's crazy. Right, so this wax seal, a brother's gone missing. So let's take that. And then this one is contract by the devil. So you can tell when things are just trying to tell you lore about the game or giving you some information. Wax stamps are good quests, and then the ones with the sort of stamps like this one are contracts. Devil by the way. Dum, dum, dum. Here we go. We'll take those off the notice board. Now we've got quests. So points of interest, question marks on the map. Honestly, there's so much for me to explain in the first playthrough, so it would be too much. So here's your world map. Every important location, jump to your current objective, press L3. That's brilliant. And press, yeah, and then you can scroll up. We've already sort of done this kind of stuff. Yeah. Yep, good, okay. Oh, brilliant. From here, you can actually increase the size of the mini-map, or decrease it, that's cool. Right, so if I just zoom out, so we can see here that there's a quest available for us now, and we know that our main quest is this one, so that's absolutely fine. We're good, we're all good. And we know that we can fast travel to these points. We started here, we ran to that village, came through this one, and then we came to this one. So we have fast track locations now just by going into the villages. The towns, the cities, oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Right. Here he is. So I guess talking to this chap. If I push R3, we don't want to do main quests. As long as we're doing quests, I think we'll be okay.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge.
This guy's hilarious, right? He's really sarcastic, really rude, really angry.
Some bugger.
Somebody has got him and set fire to his forge as like an act of revenge or to try and sabotage him. Yeah, I'm going to start being a bit
Easy on the insults. I could add to your misfortune.
Yeah, I'm going to start being...
Any suspects?
I think I'll respond to people based on their
I've left you
personalities,
half
on the
a
NPCs' personalities, I think. I think that's quite cool.
I can find...
What's interesting about getting this guy going is he'll open up a quick blacksmith's for us. So there's these cool little quests that aren't really rammed down your throat at all and really too obvious. You can just run straight past, you know? Blacksmiths everywhere. You know, we're going to be able to craft and do everything we need, but it's cool that we get this. Right, so we still have the thing of talking about the so I still have the, yes, you can place markers at, okay, cool. So if I go like that, we can place custom marker. But can we, there was something there about types of marker. Oh, cool, there you go, and you hold it down. That's really cool. So, you know, if there's a boss or something, or there's like you know, you can leave markers down as you need to. Then just remove them again. Okay. So I'm going to go here just to talk to the person about the Griffin.
Don't
Or
you look at
I
me.
don't think this is the Griffin contract. I think the devil, by the way, is actually a ghost.
Your mug.
It's one of the most beautiful pieces of game I've ever seen because they purposely change the weather for you when you run to this town. It's actually amazing. Right, let's talk to this guy.
Greeting.
Aye.
Skip
20.
through, so he's a decent enough guy, this one, from what I remember. Describe the ghost.
This.
Well,
I'm. Some.
if you don't want to...
I'll help, yep. You can,
In
you see
Havana.
there it said talk about the reward. You can haggle and stuff the reward up front, and you can negotiate your reward with people before you take on the contracts. Not always, but it does give you the option to do it quite often. It's really cool, really cool. So find the spirit that haunts the well. So the guy who's Smithy, we need to look at. Why don't we? Let's have a look at this. So we need to... Wow, it keeps giving me... Not yours. So this is where we're going to fight a ghost up here, right? Why don't we say... Why don't we R1 over to the quests and... We've got 2 from that notice board. Let's just do the smithies first, yeah? Now on the map, that should have changed to where we need to be going. So now we're going... So we're just going to stay around the village, talking to people to find out who did what. And I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. But if, as I can, I'll just pick... You can't go wrong having loads of crafting materials just ready to rock. Right, so if we go behind the building, we pull down L2 and we can use our Witcher senses to start finding stuff. So it'll highlight anything like craftable materials, bushes, things like that. Search your Witcher senses to look behind the forge for clues about the arsonist. Okay. All I'm getting so far is crafting materials, but we'll find something. We'll find a footprint or a bit of blood or something. You know. I wonder if we can go into the forge to try and find this. Oh my god, the kids and everything, they all have their own nursery rhymes and... Oh, on that, quick thing there, just sharpen your blades. You can just do that just for a few extra bits of higher damage for the first few swings of your fight. It's really cool. Okay, so use your Witcher senses. Yeah, it's telling me I use grind senses to temporarily enhance your weapons. You'll also have noticed, because we're not in the prologue anymore, we've got 2 swords. So if I pull out left on the D-pad, you've got your steel weapon. That's for fighting humans. And then if I put out right, out comes the silver sword. That's for fighting anything that's not human. Anything that's not human. Right, we're not having much luck, are we? Trying to find out what's going on here. Use your Witcher senses to... Ah, there we go. Prince. Of course.
A man's. Large.
With the Witcher's mutations, they are master trackers, right? Master trackers. That's what we'll do. Good. Hey, apologies for that. I'm just checking stuff. Yeah. So now what we'll do is we just follow the...
Stinks of piss. And vodka.
Obviously somebody... probably a bit drunk, has come and decided to burn that poor dwarf's forge, but then, you know, is he a poor dwarf, or is there something more going on? Follow the trail using your witch. So I've lost the trail a little bit now, so hopefully we'll pick it. So that's what can happen sometimes, and I think it's quite cool. You can lose the trail a little bit, but the mini-map will help you just move on to the next area to pick it back up again. I just love the way it's balanced, and there's a bit of realism to it. It's not all completely...
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
So he's obviously tried to... oh, hello. Fishing rod, fishing net, and 6 orange. Cool, and we can sell some of that to the merchant just to get a bit more money. Or maybe we'll buy that Griffin concoction. Here we go. Look, yeah, so he tried to cover his tracks by going in the water.
Something jumped out of the rushes.
Oh.
Drowners. But he managed to escape.
The drowners got him.
Lost his boots in the rush.
Drowners are these little goblin-type things that sort of... You always find them near the water's edge. They're called drowners because that's what they do. They're amphibian. Like they they live in water, but they drag you. Get too close to the water at
but not
night, or whatever,
badly.
they drag you in and drown
Surface
you and then eat you. So it's brutal. Like I said, the whole food chain and
Tracks lead
the
back to the
beasts and
village.
creatures and everything of the Witcher universe are more often than not just
Me gran told me about this
surviving
boy.
and
Lad went missing one
sticking
day,
to their
so folk
part
heard
of the food
witch that
chain
was hunting nearby, started
and
poking
preying on
holes
anything
in
below
him.
them.
When he started twisting and squirming, so
There we
wham,
go.
bam, they
So we know somebody in here,
I'll
likely.
recognize him by his wounds.
Here he is. I think we found him.
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him. Nasty wound.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Our
So he's still
arsonist's
drunk.
a charmer too.
I ought to. Listen, we can work this out man to man.
Ah,
I'll give you-
okay. No chance you're coming. Oh, I don't know what to do here. Do we let him get away with it? My mum died a while back, so I sold her tools. Burnt some, but what's left is yours. I'm gonna say no chance.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not.
Fine.
And I'll beat your fucking mug to a
Okay, I'm
pulp.
glad we've done that. This guy's a bad guy. Let's calm him down.
Calm down. Now follow me.
Fighting him's not going to be hard. He's gonna swing some punches at us, and then we're just going to knock him clean out. It's not going to be difficult, but to escort the arsonist back to the Axis. So I'll say it right now. Assassin's Creed games like that and Skyrim and stuff. The following always really drives me mad in games. The NPCs never quite move at the right pace. They're always a bit slow. You know, I've got to get him all the way to the blacksmith, which is quite far away when he's walking like that because he's drunk. We'll get him there. I think as long as we don't walk too far away from him, he'll stumble along nicely. But the world of The Witcher is alive. The world in this game is just, honestly, fizzing with just life. Like it's going on. There are so many side quests, so many big story pieces that you can just miss if you don't pick them up because they're not part of the main quest line and stuff like that. It's amazing. And armor, weapons, spells, elixirs, potions, crafting bombs. It's so much. Like there's so much to it. But you don't have to you don't have to be overwhelmed by it. You can get by without a lot of it. It's exactly how you want to play. And when you start choosing the school of the Witcher that you want to train in or be more, you know, geared towards, oh man. I always choose Griffin. I love the Griffin school because the Griffin has this balance between sort of agility, fast swordplay, and then magic, kind of in the middle. A lot of people like the bear school. It's very tanky. I don't know what I'll do if I'm going to play through this time. I don't know what I'm going to go for. Come on. So it's these type of that are just the worst, right? But I think dragging him here, persevering with it, you know, maybe taking in a bit of the town and stuff like that, it's kind of worth it, I think. And that's what I kind of love about this game. Like, you're out in the open world and you see a town, so you ride
Up
to
and
it.
at 'em.
And you can get in that town and just kind of get lost in it.
What?
Completely,
What's going on?
atmosphere just shrinks and you're just
Here you
in the
go.
town then.
One
Or the
village
city, you know, it
pyromaniac
can be
in the
tiny or
flesh.
massive.
Nah.
You completely forget about the massive open world map that's around you. It's really
your
cool.
mum for years. Charged her near a
Ah, so these guys were
This
friends.
is how you repay me.
And he knew his mum for years and
Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No, Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you
the reason he's
rebuild
burnt it
once
down, I
reinforcements
believe, is
come.
because he doesn't like the dwarves
Supplies have been
helping the
ordered.
Nilfgaardian. So
What
this is
this is
occupied
about, mate.
land.
This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
Ah, I thought there would be a
Was
chance to
important
maybe
the
give him a...
garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here.
That's why he did it.
Just a tree.
Ah. I always thought there was an option there to... Interesting.
Villagers will really love you now.
Which is sarcastic, they
Well,
won't.
no, I don't give a flying fuck about them. You know, I hated the black ones at first. Like
When they say the
everybody else
black
did.
ones, they're referring to the
Now I'm
Nilfgaardians.
thinking
Like
they might just
their
bring
armor
order
and
to
stuff
this
is all
place.
black.
Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that.
And he is
Your
just
reward.
working for them now, supplying them with
And
weapons and things like
I
that. And
managed
that's
to
why that
save
guy
some
burned
things
down his
from the
forge.
fire.
He's like, I can't believe
Anvil's
you're,
still whole, so I'm
you're
sure I can bang something
helping
out on
the
it.
people who are occupying
You
us.
need
You know? And
anything,
again, it's
let
the
me know.
politics of it all. And the choices
You're
come
good
down to
advice.
us as the Witcher. Should I have just taken the money off him and let him go? Or should I have... I mean, he's getting hung on a tree now, basically. So was that the right decision? You know, at the end of it, he seemed very upset, and you kind of feel sorry for the guy, but I don't know.
A return customer.
Right, so I need something to craft for me. So just have a quick look at this now that we've got this guy open.
Something.
So Warrior's leather jacket can be crafted, and look at the numbers on that. Right. So I believe this is where they decided to let the Warrior's leather jacket be a craftable item in the game. I could be wrong, and just tell me in the comments if I am. This jacket was never craftable when the game first came out, and not for a long time either. So, because it looks so cool, you now have the option of being able to craft this piece of gear because people thought it was just so awesome looking. So what's really cool here is look at those stats. Lots of green numbers, lots of green percentages, quite high. Plus 15, plus 9%, plus 8%. So what do we need? Cured leather, 2 leather scraps, and 2 wire, basically. And I believe it's going to cost us 39 crowns to pay for that, right? So the cool thing is you can actually craft crafting items. So you have that thing of the base components and then it going up to the more complex ones. So that's always an option as well. So that's why I always loot everything you can. And that's why I chose the saddlebags at the beginning from that merchant. I want to make sure I've got as much as I can hold-wise so I can pick everything up as I'm going along. So I think we can do this now. Why don't we? Before we go and fight the Griffin and the witch, that hunt, why don't we have a little look at this? Cured leather, leather scraps, and some wire, yeah? Now, we can probably... I don't think I've got anything... look, if I dismantle a fishing rod, we get timber and string. Not really going to help us. Twine, okay. Well, in this menu, he has a shop as well. So as you can see, he sells some of the stuff we need, right? We've got 87 crowns. How much does he sell that for? Oh, 63. That's really expensive. Okay, maybe we're not going to be able to upgrade this straight away. We can probably pick up the crafting stuff for it. Yeah, we're going to need a few of that. And we needed some wire, didn't we? That's 12. We're not a million miles off. Okay. Okay. We're not going to upgrade it yet, right? What we're going to do is, why don't we go and do... I reckon the game is probably... Let me just... There you go, your items have been enhanced. It only lasts for a certain amount of time, but you can do it in any town or anywhere with this blacksmith. Let's quickly go to our quests, right? Right. There's a contract and missing in action, White Orchard. Find Dune Wildenvert. Okay, so somebody's looking for somebody. Okay. I'm going to do contract by the well first. Devil by the well. Okay. We're going to go fight. Keep things exciting for you guys.
Don't you look at me.
Right, L3 to call Roach. Yep, there we go.
Let's go.
Okay. It's only up a path out of town. So, and the white dots on the path show you where to go. That hut probably has some crafting materials in it. When I first did this, right, oh my god, I came up this path and it was nighttime and the wind was blowing and honestly, you've never seen anything like it. It was the most impressive thing I'd ever seen.
The infamous well. Strange.
I'm not handling Roach very well, finding that a bit strange.
At a certain time of day.
Okay. So first of all, we need to figure out what's going on here first, right? So...
Grass around the well scorched.
As you can see, the ring on the map is literally just saying, look, mate, this is a lot. You need to search this whole place. But, like, the cool thing about the Witcher Centers is, look at that. we can get the orange light around things, and we can start looting stuff. And there's going to be crafting materials. Right, the book, yellow diary.
Journal. Might be useful.
Okay, books. Okay. Don't think we need to read this. I don't think we need to necessarily take the information in. Okay. Oh, cool. So you pick up like books and stuff, and then once you've read them, the items removed. They remain in a glossary. That's good. I was hoping for more lootable stuff in there. Oh, here we go. Old goat hide, alchemist's powder. Still not the stuff we know we're looking for to upgrade our armor piece, but like, be fine. Like we're gonna get all that stuff at some point. Oh, here we go. Lots there. So when you know you can like see those numbers, those big green numbers on crafting and upgrading your gear, it makes you want to sort of take a bit of time to loot everything and have a look around. That quicksilver solution again, so that'll be more to do with a powdered pearl and amethyst dust. It's all going to be interesting. Ooh, emerald dust. If we can get emerald dust early on in the game, I probably... right. So what I should have done is I should have saved scum that chest. You need 2 emerald dust really early on in the game to upgrade your weapons. And honestly, their stats go up quite high. The swords I'm on about now. And there's a way of save scumming so that you get emerald dust, not amethyst dust, like I just got there. All of this will be sellable. We'll figure it all out. Even if we can't find the crafting materials, we'll find enough stuff to sell to vendors so that we can buy the crafting materials.
Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burn.
There are 2 places where you can get emerald dust near the beginning of the game, or it might be amethyst dust. I'm hoping that chest wasn't one of them. Find the spirit that haunts the well. Okay. It's going to be interesting. Do I need to go down the well? Wait. Boom. Okay. Oh. This is something I haven't told you about, guys. Yes, you can swim underwater. Yes, you can take boats out at sea. Big rivers and lakes. You can also swim underwater. Like if I hit like hold square to dive and X and circle to come back up to the surface. Use your Witcher senses underwater. Chest. How cool is this? And we had to do this anyway because it's part of the quest. Look, an ornate bracelet. We essentially have to find, I believe, items that belong to the ghost. They're items that are binding the ghost to this village. And that's what we need to do. We need to bring all the items together. And then... and then we can lure the ghost out and fight it and kill it, basically. And you know, it's freeing its spirit, so it's doing it a favour. Okay.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed.
We got a bracelet, yeah.
With an inscription.
Clear to Volker. So there's some information there, and there's obviously something's gone wrong. And you find out a bit of story about the characters and why the ghost was basically turned in, why the person's dead, and then why they've become a ghost and why they're haunting and getting revenge. And it's usually some sort of unfair act, you know, early on or in their life. The husband's cheated and they tried to kill him off, or the other way round. The wife has tried to kill the husband off and get the money, or whatever it might be, you know, all the nonsense. Right, I'm struggling with the controls of it. Do apologise. Right, so I guess we're swimming out of the well. As you can see, I'm terrible at controls at the moment, but we're getting there. I'm holding down L2 for my Witcher senses. I just don't want to miss any potential loot. There you go, there's a big chest there, look. Oh, we've got cured leather. There. Cured leather was one of the things we needed. That's awesome. Okay, so that's the tunnel we just come out of. There's another tunnel, and we can go up. I'll go up and get air. And yes, of course, you can craft elixirs that let you breathe underwater. Of course you can. Got our breath back. Let's go back down. Just need to remember which way I was headed now. It's this way. This way here, look. What's cool is I'm using L2 to put the Witcher sensors on, but then it's remembering. It's kind of saying, oh, because you put the Witcher sensors on, anything that's here, we're going to keep glowing yellow for you. That's what it did to that chest that I just looted. Any more? No? No, okay. Of course, there are a lot of things underwater, like reeds and plants that only grow underwater, that we'll be using in crafting as well. Okay, so that was the first little item that we wanted to get. We get Roach to come back. Roachy boy. No? He's there on the map, but for some reason he's not running to me. Oh, he's stuck behind the tree, look. There's definitely a few things that in the original are still in this. Okay. So, let's come back in. Am I supposed to do something a bit... Maybe I wasn't done down the well. Here's the... Oh, read the entry about noon wraiths in the bestiary. Here we go. So if we go into glossary. It's not glossary. Bestiary. Oh, by the way, we've got full bestiary on all the items. What they're vulnerable against, what signs to use, what elixirs to use, what pots to use. How cool is that? Oh, bestiaries in games. Okay, so spectres. So Devil by the Well. We need to know a bit more. So you can actually learn something about the person this ghost was. So you can read up about why this is all happening and why the devil is there. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to read about noon wraiths in the bestiary. Sorry. So just underneath the Devil by the Well, you got the noon wraith. That's what this thing is. It's a noon wraith, which, as you can imagine, comes out at noon, so that's when we'll have to fight it. So again, like in Monster Hunter and things like that, some of these marks, these contracts, you go and hunt down these monsters and beasts and ghosts or whatever. They only appear at certain times of the day, certain weather conditions, things like that. It's really cool. Okay, so we now know something more about this, so we should update the quest now.
Something's tied the Noon Wraith to this place. An object.
Yeah, so as you can see now, there's 3 new
world.
circles to go and explore these houses, where I need to find what's tying the wreath to this place. We picked up a bracelet. I think there's like a hairpin and just stuff like that, and like
A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More bloodstains over there. But it's not his blood. A man.
there we go.
Stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean.
Someone stabbed this
Barely
man
visible.
for some reason.
Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive.
Here we go. What do we get from this?
Palm prints in blood. Nope.
So he's just piecing
Another
together the
print
stuff
by the
now.
well.
So use your Witcher sensors to examine the well. Here we go, look. Oh yeah, this is brutal.
Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut.
This woman died, I think, by
Something's
being
not
hung in
right.
the well.
A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope.
Yeah. But look at it, it's a skeleton. So this happened a long time ago.
Woman the journal
So
belonged
this
to.
town and stuff, this
be.
place has been haunted and derelict for a long time.
Why
Honestly,
Elvis
it does this whole
Montjoy,
Sherlock Holmes thing.
woman,
This isn't just this quest trying to get you
Found
roped
30 judging
in.
by the teeth.
It's like this on so
Left arm's
many
missing.
of the quests, not just the main story quests. Just
to cremate
contracts
the
to hunt down
remains.
enemies,
Gotta find the object that binds.
monsters, whatever.
Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband?
While her arm
Might be
fell
why
off.
her arm fell
Yes,
off.
he proper starts Sherlock Holmes in the whole thing.
Let's take another look. Lovely craftsmanship. But I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good.
And there's a ritual.
Better do it near the well.
All the items that are binding the ghost here, including its body, have to be burned together.
Need to prepare for this fight.
Light a fire to
Brew some wraith oil,
destroy the Nune's
make
bones
some
and bracelets.
potions.
So obviously we go for Igni, right? Torch is amazing. You have multiple items in your pockets. You can switch between using R. Yeah, so quick access menu, change bolts for your crossbow. So we'll get a crossbow at some point, which will be our way of bringing enemies out of the sky, and you can change the bolts on that as well. It's really cool. So we need to get Igni open. Oh, no, we do just push X on it. Okay, I apologise. You will use signs in that way to do certain things. So we burn the body and the bracelet and everything.
Igni.
So he actually, it's a cutscene, but he uses the sign. And here comes the Noon Wraith. Okay, so Erden is going to be a big one. So I'm going to go Quen first, right? Get my shield up. I'm going to put Erden on. Remember, we don't have any. I haven't really crafted anything. We need a silver sword. So again, you can fight this thing with your. You can fight this thing with your steel sword, but it's not going to do anything. So let's get Erden down then. Yellow. Keep pushing R1 to bring stuff out. Okay, Erden's going down again. There we go. So Erden was just materializing the ghost.
She's gone. For good.
Emerald dust, yes! We've got emerald dust. Okay, that's really good. I know another place where we can get emerald dust, basically. Fantastic. So mutagens, oh my god, they're another thing. So you can apply mutagens to yourself for like extra attack, extra defense, more magical power, da-da-da-da-da. Again, it's another element to the whole system. Yes, we've got some good stuff. And the Noon Wraith trophy, of course, which you can hang off your horse, and that can give you specific buffs and stuff as well. Okay, so I think we've done that. White bar across the top of health is showing us our level up. But I think we've looted this whole place, haven't we, really? My Witcher senses aren't picking anything up. Let's go and hand the contract in, back in the town. Then we'll find the chap who's gone missing. That was the other little side quest. Somewhere on the map, right, round here, I can't remember at the moment, there's a ruins. It's in this starting area somewhere. And you fight wraiths there, and the wraiths, when you kill them, can drop emerald dust, like that one did. So that's what we're going to need to do. So as you can see... Hold on a minute. Just... Can I not get into my equipment yet? Am I doing something wrong here? Hold on. Inventory. So, there's going to be lots of tutorials here now about showing us what things are and everything. But check this out, right? Okay. There's a lot there, look. Potion. Like, it's talking about a lot of stuff, to be fair. Navigate to tab using potions. So I guess we have to do this, don't we? Tell you what. Let me just... How do I turn the tutorials off? Gameplay? On-screen tutorials off. Let's turn those off for now. I don't feel completely worried that I'm going to forget how to do everything when I played this years ago. Right, so... Look, the trophy can sit there and hang off your horse. That little sack that's hanging off the side is just the Noon Wraith's like ashes in the bag. When you kill griffins and stuff and you chop their heads off, and dragons, their heads hang off your horse. And as you can see, look, just having that thing saddled onto my horse, bonus experience from humans and non-humans increased by 5%. So different trophies for going out and killing stuff. It's just so many mechanics to this game. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. So let's put his saddle back on. And if you remember, we bought the saddlebags. Let's equip those. Inventory boosted. Amazing. We can carry more stuff now. Brilliant. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you in there. Look how the trophies were. Yeah, nothing really impressive with the Noon Wraith trophy because it is just ash and dust in a big sack. But wait till we kill the Griffin. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Before we run back, let's make sure we're not missing anything. It's locked. Key required. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can Ard open that for us? Oh, I think I was on the wrong thing there. Hold on. can't. Sometimes you can just blow doors down. So there's it's locked, but I'm not buying that. Oh, and you can shoot. I think you can do the Assassin's Creed thing where you can shoot things through. Look, you've got a chest and everything in there. Maybe we'll find the key for that somewhere. Maybe I use my Witcher senses out here. It might give us a bit of a clue. Ah, she's got the key.
Come on.
Right, let's hand in this quest then. That hut's not going anywhere. That's such a rubbish jump off animation. There you go, mate. Your
Job done. The well was hot.
I just hope it.
If they do,
sometimes when you talk to
know.
the quest givers as well, you find out that they're the ones that are really guilty and stuff.
Mention of Claire. Your reward, Master Witcher.
Keep the coin for your daughter. I'm going to do it. This is so against what witches do. Witches don't. Witches take the money. That's another thing I didn't mention to you guys. Witches are all about coin.
Thank you.
Kill monster,
Master Witcher.
get coin, eat,
Some warm
sleep,
words. You've a good heart.
repeat. That's what it is.
But I can't.
Okay, I wonder what I got for that. He gave me an amethyst, which I could turn into amethyst dust. Don't need amethyst dust. Can I just loot people's things? Yeah, you can. I got an emerald, which means we can turn that into emerald dust. Yes. Okay. Trust me, I know when we looked at what we needed to upgrade our chest piece, this isn't the stuff we're looking for, but I know that the swords require emerald dust. Before we leave this starting area of the game, we can actually upgrade our swords, and they upgrade by quite a bit. It's just a great start to the game. Okay, I think what we're going to do now then is we're going to check our quests. Should just jump into the map really, because it's quite easy to do from the map. We need to go and talk to the guys. We've got missing in action White Orchard, yeah? So White Orchard is a town that's a bit further on, I believe. Yeah, White Orchard is here, look. The beauty of this... You must find... Oh, I came through that village, but I didn't go close enough to the bloody... Fool. Oh. Oh. I'm being so stupid. So you can't fast travel from anywhere.
let's go.
You have to go to the town signpost. And I'm not sure if it stays that way throughout the whole game, or I feel like I'm remembering now you do end up getting an item that lets you fast travel from anywhere. But either way, that's kind of cool, right? Because it's sort of... It's a balance of fast travel. It's not like... Well, I've just run completely the wrong way out of this village. It's kind of... It's kind of like a good negotiation of fast travel. It's not just like, oh, okay, from now on I'm just fast traveling everywhere, blah, 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 and I'm missing everything. It's kind of like a thing of, well, you may need to run somewhere to fast travel. That's pretty cool. The only reason I'm going to directly fast travel to this quest is just simply because... it's just simply because... it's the way we came. It's where we were before. This guy's doing things at half price, isn't he? Does he have any crafting materials for me? No, but he has like the baser. No, okay. I suppose it depends what it would be dismantleable to, I suppose. We're still light on the money. Oh, hold on, let me sell stuff to this guy. We've picked up a few things, haven't we? I thought we'd picked up a bit more junk than that. Sell through. Silk is probably going to be quite high. Oh, the emerald powder is incredible. The emerald dust. The fact that we can probably drop that down. Ooh, well, I don't think I need amethyst for anything. We could sell that through. We'll be able to dismantle the element into emerald dust. So I'm going to do that and that. That gives us a bit more money. And before we go and do this quest, let's see if...
Take care.
Let's see if we can get this all... let's see if we can get this armor upgraded. many hours? Ooh, we're an hour and 19 minutes in.
It's raining, it's pouring, Emperor's snoring.
You hear that little girl? It's raining, it's pouring, the Emperor is snoring. Right, I accidentally took my sword out, so I've scared everyone now. Let's put that away, shall we? Right.
A return customer.
Let's go straight to the crafting screen. So I needed 2 leather scraps and 2 wire. Now we know we can buy wire, but can we craft this stuff? So can I craft the leather scraps? Wow, you need a lot of leather straps to do that. Okay, so we don't have it. So I think let's just see if we can buy this stuff. 2 leather scraps, 2 wire, yeah? So L1 over to his shop. Here's your wire. I'll buy 2 of that. And I needed 2 of those. Mate, hey, we got this. Oh, amazing. And I've got enough to do it. So that's just really cool. We're going to have plus 15 armor, plus 9% to piercing damage, plus 2% to bludgeoning damage, plus 8 to slashing damage, plus 2 to damage from from monsters, plus 5 to elemental damage. So see that piercing, bludgeoning, slashing? Again, like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, things like that. There's different types of damage that we can take and that we can dish out and receive. Boom. Nice. So what's it saying? Oh, wow. So to level that up again, I got quite excited then because I thought, oh, well, look at this. I could just pick up all of this stuff. I need care more and armor. So you would need another armor piece and then you'd need to get those things again. Oh, and look how cool that is. Because he has the stuff in his shop, which is on another tab, it lets you just buy it immediately here. That's so cool. Actually, no, I think that what that's just saying is that this is upgraded now. There is no X. Sorry, the Care More and Armor is what I had. I've turned it into a warrior's leather jacket. Yeah. I think for this guy, for at least now, or for this blacksmith, we can't do anything else now. Right. He has a shop. He has repairs. Does he have dismantling? Yes. Okay, so I need like 8 more coins, but I can turn that into emerald dust, and we've already got an emerald dust, which means I've got 2 emerald dust. I'm pretty sure that's all you need. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that just yet. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm feeling good. We've leveled up our armor piece. We're a bit stronger now. Still wouldn't have minded buying that Griffin elixir, but let's go and find Dune Bildervert. Let's go and find him. Facing the wrong way again. So we know. Right, I know the way out now. I promise. Roach. No, Roach isn't coming to help me. Okay. So you see where we touched that grindstone earlier to enhance our swords. The timer's still going on it, so it's a good long time. I think it's like an hour maybe. But I wonder if the sharpness enhancement goes down as you start attacking enemies. It might do. Okay, so probably a lot of stuff to find along the riverbanks, like loot-wise and all that. But let's get closer to our goal. There we go. Brilliant. See what the... Oh, that is... Oh my god, that loading screen didn't even exist. Granted, it was a short... load. Sorry, it was a short distance, but that's not bad. Hey, look down here. We've got enemies and question mark. Oi! Drowners!
Let's dance.
You heard the man? It's just a Quen. I only took damage on the second hit there. Drowners don't like fire, from what I remember. Keep pushing R1 to bring the torch out. I'm supposed to be pushing square and triangle. I keep pulling the soul edge. I keep thinking R1 is to attack. Put it away. Put the thing away. Ah, look, can you see the explosive barrels? Let's see if we can do this. I think that hurt me and them. And I still keep pushing R1 to bring the torch out. I promise I will remember how to use the right input commands. Cool, so again, all of the enemies drop parts of their body. Oh, look at this. This was worth it. Always look for those question marks. See? Diagram to craft more gear. Manuscript page to craft Horny Owl, which is a potion. Some master hunting boots. Hunter's gauntlets, dancing star, that's a potion as well. Yeah, you know, every enemy you kill can drop its bits. and you know if they're still lootable because they should have an X next to them on the map. It's definitely monster hair again, that's like a generic thing, which is quite handy to have. Can I jump up? Yeah, I can climb back up. Okay, cool. Now, what should happen is if there's a monster den in a town, you clear out the monster den, right?
Do that often?
It's my brother's.
Then the town will repopulate. So there can be a town and it's all sort of battered and broken and it's all derelict. When you clear out the monster's den usually requires you to, like, you kill the monsters and then drop a bomb in their nest and blow them up. Stops them coming back, basically. If you do that, a little cutscene will happen and the town will repopulate with people. When you come back to the town over time, the town will be better. And then there'll be shops and stuff there. It's amazing. It's really cool.
I would have thought. Meet me on the hill.
I think this game came out, what, 2013? Ahead of its time. Right, meet you near the battlefield, okay? Cool. I just want to loot. I want to loot some houses, if I'm being honest. Here we go. If what you're doing is stealing, the item is red. And it will tell you that you're stealing, and you will then be under the status of having stolen goods on you. And only certain people will buy those off you, like in Skyrim. You have to find fences. A meteorite silver ingot. What? What stuff is... Honestly, I have really got to be... Look, we're going to do this quest, right? We're going to a battlefield to find out what happened to this guy's friend who was in a fight on the battlefield. But honestly, I really need to be looting these houses and stuff. Some really good stuff. Lesser glyph of Igni. Oh my god, so there's glyphs, I just remembered as well. With your weapons end up having slots. So you can slot stuff to your weapons and your armor to give you extra buffs. That's a lesser glyph of Igni. If I equip that, my Igni spell does more damage. And of course, it's a lesser glyph. Which means, yes, there are greater glyphs, and obviously the percentages and power boosts and things like that increase. Okay, I remember how to do anything in this game. Yeah, I'm sure there was a monster den out here somewhere. Yes, this is a monster's den. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I don't know if I've got any bombs though to drop in it to destroy it. So did you see a bar appeared there, my horse's fear level? I think to do this, I'm going to need bombs. Oh, and by the way, when you go into combat, like a lot of the time, Geralt will actually sheathe the correct sword for you. For a moment, like oh wow, I haven't been healing. Yeah, my health is low from previous fights. Oh my god, it's not letting me attack for some reason. Spear wasn't working, man. That's so weird. sidestepping with circles everything in this game, I promise you. Let them come at you, sidestep around them, and they miss. Here we go. This is the monster's nest. Destroy.
Just destroy.
You don't have the right bomb. So that's what you got to do. You've got to destroy a nest by dropping a bomb down it. So let's have a little look. Ah, the mutagens. So yeah, and they. So look there. Get 3 red mutagens to make 3 small red mutagens to make a red mutagen. 3 red mutagens then to make a greater one, and then you equip that. Right, bombs. Okay, so any one of these bombs I can drop down. We're not far off. We need Celadine or sulfur. Okay. Celadine or sulfur. Question is there Celadine around here? When you destroy the monster's den as well, it turns into a big loot cache as well. That's awesome. But I'm gonna just quickly loot all of these enemies just for their crafting materials. The little X's on the map is just really handy to help you. Right, look, there's a plant up here that could be Celadine. I didn't see what that was. I didn't get a chance to see what it said. Wolfsbane. Lots of Wolfsbane. Well, look, we've cleared the enemies. We'll follow the path to the quest, and we'll look out for Celadine on the way. Yeah, Celadine. There you go. I think I only needed 1 to make one of those bombs, didn't I? Yeah, I'm just going nuts now, grabbing everything. Alchemy, bombs. There you go. I can make a salmon bomb. Blinds opponent with its explosion radius. So obviously you can use that against an opponent. Or we can craft it and blow up this monster den. I need to meditate to heal. I've been completely forgetting that.
Ought to just destroy it.
There you go. So drop a bomb in. Any bomb will do as long as it is a bomb. Get some experience points. Nice stuff. Gold ruby ring, sell it, money. Monster claw, that's quite rare. That's going to be for crafting stuff. Perfect. Right, how... Does anybody remember how the hell I meditate? Okay, I just ate some bread and water. That's not what I wanted to do. How do... There is a shortcut to meditating. Figure it out. Right, let's rest until... So I'm gonna rest till like early-ish. I'm gonna like late morning. I want to be playing in the day at the moment. Cool. Okay. We'll come on to what that alcohol S thing did for alchemy items later on. So my health's up now. We've got the health up and everything, and we're back on track for where we need to be going with our quest. Let's jump on Roach then. Roach is appearing in the silliest places. So that monster den was just one out in the wilds. It wasn't in a town or an old village or anything. So that's why nothing happened after the cutscene. Nobody came back to, you know, repopulate the village now that the monster den was gone. Right, so what we're doing here is chatting to this guy. We're going to follow tracks on a battlefield. We're going to find out what happened to his friend.
No.
If we...
Okay. And essentially all that's happened is in this story, I don't want to spoil it for you too much,
corpses.
but it's not like a huge
The war's
thing.
just started.
Oh yeah, let's get looting, shall we? Ashes aren't going to do us much good, I don't think. Raw meat and stuff like that, that's handy. Yeah, ashes. I'm going to pick it all up, but I shouldn't be really.
Good time to chat. Let's do what we've come for and get out of here.
So, what's happened is there was a battle here between 2 towns or 2 tribes or whatever. Always popping Gwent like straight away. Then I'm going for quitting the place then. Oh, and death animations when you kill groups of enemies. Oh my god, wait till you see those. I mean, if you played The Witcher, you're just like, mate, you know what you're on about. That missed. Oh yeah, and there's adrenaline points going up, that red bar along the bottom, and adrenaline points will allow you to do extra sort of skills and stuff. So honestly, guys, the mechanics in this game, there are so many. But I promise you, it's not overwhelming. You can take your time with it all. You can just do it piece by piece when you need to. Here we go.
That him?
No.
So what's happened here? Sorry, with the story of this. There's been a battle. A stupid battle that could basically just been avoided between two groups of people. And one guy, the guy we're looking for, another guy, the enemy, just holed up in a cabin over there somewhere, just being friends. I don't know if I can just, because I know it, I don't know if I can just run to it.
That him?
No. Doesn't look anything like him.
I wonder if I can just...
Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy?
I wonder if I can just shortcut the quest and just run, because I know roughly where to go. I can just skip trying to find clues and just run straight. There's a hut just down the thing, and the guy we're looking for and one of the enemy soldiers, they're just holed up and they've become friends. It's kind of cool. But I have a really tough decision to make between them, though. That's the only problem. It's like a really sort of like tough kind of ethical decision you've got to make.
That him?
No. Neighbour's son.
I've got the PlayStation music down quite low, but God, the music's really atmospheric in the game as well. Here we go, look.
Bastion, boy?
Yeah, I've just moved the quest on, because I kind of know where they are. That's good. So they're in here. They're battered up and they're sort of, you know, but they've become friends.
We fought in that battle.
See what I can do.
Eldu and his brother is alive, but I can't remember like the thing of like... It's a really weird ethical decision that has to be made. I always find it difficult.
I found Bastion.
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, was that it? Was it? Oh. What the hell was I thinking of? That wasn't difficult. Cool. Quest complete. Right, so now we're on to the main story quest, right? That doesn't mean we can't visit other villages and just pick up a whole new contract and like pick up a whole new thing and like, you know, just go and do loads of stuff and kill some monsters' nests and stuff. We can still do all of that.
Take it easy.
But I'm just wondering if we should just finish up by running to the Nilfgaardian camp and why don't we run to the Nilfgaardian? This is Monster Nest. Yes, it is. Awesome. Okay, let's clear it. Get some more loot. It's great how you can just get into this kind of stuff. Oh, I threw a bomb. I didn't mean to. I need to keep the bombs. Oh, look, place of power as well. I'll show you those now as well. I'll show you the places of power now in a second. Just throughout the map, there's going to be places of power that give you permanent stat increases. Really cool. And they give you a buff for a certain amount of time as well, which is quite nice, just to take it while you're out in the world. Whoa, I'm lucky he didn't hit me. There you go. Sometimes you can actually destroy a monster's nest without killing the enemies. Sometimes you can just quickly run to it and it doesn't put you in combat. Okay, cool, there we go. Gold ruby ring, 2 skulls, some venom extra, all stuff we're going to need for crafting. There we go. So this is the Quen Sign's intensity has increased. Amazing. But what that's doing is, right, that's on a timer, yeah? What that's actually doing as well, if I go to character, it's actually giving me points. It's actually, see it says 1 point available. Every time you level up, you get a point. That thing just gave me a point, which is quite nice. And the mutagens open up at certain levels as well. Ah, so hold on, can I put that? Oh, is it going to cost a point to activate that? Oh, I'm supposed to be slotting stuff in. I haven't slotted anything in yet, look. Oh, okay. So we can spend a point to acquire ability, yeah? Why isn't it telling me what the ability is? That's really weird. Whoa, is that broke? Well, I'm really confused here. Bear with me a sec, guys. Oh, I turned the descriptions off, did I? Oh, there we go. Fast attack damage increased by 10%. Definitely. We're definitely having that right now. There we go. That's going in there. Tap in square. It's going to boost our adrenaline point gain, and then we've also got it's the damage is increased by 10% now. And then that can be leveled up more and more as well. And we've also got a mutagen in here. So mutagens can go in slots as well. But we haven't got enough slots to put that in. So unlocks to level 6, unlocks to level 8. Big ones, you know, that'll unlock level 2, you know, just put your mutagens in. It's be good. So as you can see across that character thing there, you've got combat, signs, alchemy, general. So like passives. And then your mutagen stuff as well. That's all going to be really cool. But we're really close to leveling up, like super close. It's 955 out of 1,000, so we're going to be leveled up any second now. Whoa, where's he spawning from? Bring it on. See, that's square damage now. Just tapping fast attacks is doing more. With 10% more damage on it now. There it is. So we've leveled up. Very cool. So we've got a character now. We've got another point to spend. That's what I'll probably do. Oh, wow. That's opened up loads of slots for us. Okay. Pop a mutagen in. That's given us plus 50 vitality. Perfect. And if we want to spend a point, we can put another thing in to just boost our character in general. So why don't we? I like the idea of going to signs, right? Because I love Quen so much. Protective shield that lasts absorbs damage, totaling 7% of maximum vitality. We've got that. So exploding shield. Quen shield pushes opponent back when it breaks. And the stamina regeneration in combat is going to increase a little bit. Why don't we go for that? So what we can do now is we can say, we're going to be tapping square for the beginning of the game before we get clever, which is going to be tapping square for fast attacks. But we'll have Quen on all the time. But this time, when they hit me with Quen, they ain't just sort of like, it's not just a shield absorbing the damage so I don't get hit. When the shield breaks, it's going to explode and it's going to hurt them as well. So getting hit when Quen is up means not taking any damage and damaging the enemy, which is hilarious. Okay, cool. So look at that there.
Hey, yeah.
The whole thing going on down here. What is this all about? Cackler Bridge. Okay, cool. Well, look. We've got it.
Giddy up.
We've got the signpost. So let's just go to our quest destination. So the dotted line will just sort of help us get through the world map. Like, it'll take us to a road eventually to get us on. Why don't we just run? Let's just run it. Let's go off course.
Long way.
Whoa, you've reached the world's edge. Oh, it's kicking me back. Oh yeah, it's definitely telling me I'm going the wrong way.
Go, go.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'll try and behave. It's weird. It gave me a path to follow, but I'm not allowed to follow it. How strange. Okay. What we'll do is, let's head in this general direction, yeah? Why the map thing's telling me to go that way makes no sense, though.
Move it.
I don't know if I can get through here, actually. It's very strange. It might just be because as we're still sort of prologuing, we're not really getting the map open yet. It's just trying to stop us for now getting the whole map open. Trust me, this is not a linear game. It doesn't stop you going places. We're just at the very beginning of the game, so it's going to be trying to calm things down, I think. Okay, this is terrible. I'm not giving you the Witcher experience here. Here we go, look. Get back on track. We'll get running. There we go. So I can pretty much hold X now to get to my quest. It's incredible. And what this amazing piece of innovation in gaming does, it allows you to take stuff in. You can actually look around a bit more. You'll canter a bit slowly through towns and stuff. But I can move the camera and stuff, and I really take in the map, you know. More drowners there, look to the left. See them on the map. They're likely to be drowners because they're at the water's edge, basically. All that is. Okay, let's get fast. Let's get running fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Question mark under the bridge. And I jumped down on exactly the wrong side. Look. There's gap bars blocking us. Okay. We'll be able to climb up here somewhere, don't worry. Probably be able to climb up there, maybe. No? Oh, come on, Geralt. You're embarrassing me here. What? It's really weird. Why can't he climb up? Wow, dropping down the wrong side of that bridge. Look at the trouble it's caused us. It's really weird that he wasn't grabbing onto that. That's very strange. It's disappointing. Maybe it's just me being stupid. I hope it was me being stupid. Okay. Ooh, so is it just okay. Decent enough. See, leather scraps and stuff like that. We did need that to make the leather pieces. Resin and string. Yeah. Not too bad. Whoa, 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 that's saying something about a barrel, isn't it? There's something under the water that I'm supposed to be looking at. Oh, it's saying that I haven't. I think it's just because I haven't looted that one thing there. Honestly, guys, the controls. I knew I was going to struggle with the controls. I'm finding them really difficult. What's he doing? Right. Get up there. Oh my god, so all I'm trying to do is get to that thing there by the bridge, and I can't. I don't know what was going on there, guys. I do apologize. Yeah, so if you look at the icon now, it's gone grey. Whatever's under that bridge. There was just a bit of loot under that bridge, basically. I apologize for that, guys, but the controls are odd. It could just be me. Look at this. Just going through the world. Ruins to explore. Constant foliage to loot and craft. Got ourselves another little signpost there, that's good. What I'm doing is holding X here, guys. I think this was the town. Was this the town we started off in? Well, the town that we did our quests and stuff in. Yeah, White Orchard. I don't think we're going to be crafting much at the moment. Oh, ask the Nilfgaardians about Yennefer. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's just this awesome map thing. Getting confused. Here we go, look. So it doesn't mean those Nilfgaardians, it means go to the Nilfgaardian camp. So that's what we're going to do. When I said you could hold X, right? Ooh, it's Quester. Are we ever going to get to the Nilfgaardians, guys? Are we ever going to get to them? Look at that. Are we ever going to get to the Nilfgaardians? Oh, I remember this quest. Yeah, it's a funny one.
Lost you.
No, little.
It's like if something to do with a frying pan.
Fat.
Will you?
You should wait here, just in case.
There we go. So we've picked up another quest though. So if I R3 that, break into the locked hut. Cool. This is probably where we can use our sign. Yeah, the door looks a bit tattered. That's really cool. Frying pan. Oh wow, he's dead.
Explained his approach. He was garroted.
And I just whilst he's doing the dialogue of that, oh here we go. That'll do.
What?
Cracked monocle. Interesting.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
Nice. Wyvern detoxin, amazing. See, it's why it's worth when you see these icons on the map. It's why it's worth it.
A few pieces still
We're getting
legible.
stuff that's
Found the pan, have you?
that's gearing us up for contracts and hunts,
the priceless frying
monster
pan.
hunting that we're going to have to do.
Scrubbed clean.
So she beat him to death or something with the fire pan, or somebody did, basically. But I'm not here. I kind of don't even care about her quest anymore now. I just want to loot everything. It just feels so purposeful to loot stuff. You feel like everything is so important to crafting. It's really good.
Here, your friend.
I never felt like that in Elden Ring.
Mine? But mine were
Sleep
black
potions.
with soot. And I could see...
It was the soot that...
And...
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up.
That's the other thing. When you
Take my
bury
advice.
your dead, you've
Don't
really
mention
got
this
to
to the
bury them properly.
Nilfgaardians.
Otherwise, necrophages
Hang
will
about.
be drawn to their
You've earned
corpses.
a token of thanks.
Token of thanks. That was a quick one. Nice, easy one. I think that was more about just getting some of those doctions and stuff. Doctions? And experience points. You have a laugh. The cheek. Baked apples, take them. Monsters there. Not seeing a monster dead though, so I'll probably just leave them. We actually... Sorry, I was just saying before I got sidetracked. Holding down X isn't necessarily going to take you to your marker. As you can see there, it chose a fork in the road, which wasn't the way to go. Oh, well, hold on. This guy needs help. Oh, yeah, and there's lots of cases like this where you're helping people from monsters. Right, let's get Quen going, so we just buffed that. Where are they going? What is happening? It's weird. I don't know if I'm following this properly. Yeah, I do apologize. I'm not doing the game justice. I'm struggling with the controls. There you go. So Quen explodes on them now. I mean, it wasn't a lot of damage, but look at what these enemies are doing. Do they want to fight me? What has happened is something scripted on the world map, and I've messed it up, and it's all glitchy now. That's what this is. I mean, we're heading there anyway, so we've come the right way. So don't worry, we're not like that guy was screaming help. So I think you can help people, and they become merchants, and they give you stuff. Just give you a bit of money or something, and then they can be very sort of like pop up. But I feel like I helped them. I mean, there's a question mark here anyway, so let's grab whatever it is. There you go. It's Mary and Lily key. Interesting. Ah, and that will be for a lockbox or a chest under the water. You watch now. Here it is, look. Unlock. Bloodsoaked military orders, florins. It's okay, that stuff can come in handy. Reading a book underwater, completely fine. That might just lead to another quest, basically. There you go. And that's led to a quest of ours now, which is brilliant. So what I'll do is, because we've been running quite long, we're almost up to 2 hours here. Let's go to the Nilfgaardian camp.
Come on, Roach.
Where we're supposed to be. Nilfgaardian camp is the main quest, right? That's really cool how we just got a new quest from that. Just you stop off, help somebody, and then boom. Yeah, this is where we're going. Oh, enemies guarding chest. Definitely gonna want that. Set that bad boy on fire. Keep them around it. Boom! There's one down. There we go. I think that's all of them. A couple of dogs. Oh! Thank you. This is worth the loot. This is. That's only one chest. Ruby dust and diamond dust. See, that would have really annoyed me if I didn't have my emerald dust. I want emerald dust. Amazing. Still getting sidetracked a bit though, aren't we? Come on, Roach. I'm supposed to be riding my horse through here, not running. The madness. Come on. I think the horse Roach could do with being a lot more responsive. Like, I'm happy for him just to like warp and appear. I don't need the realism. Oh, God, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. I almost swung at that. Oh, that would have been hell if I'd have hit that Nilfgaardian soldier.
dead at again.
Right, so
Who of the Vryhead
I think what happens here is this mixes
Dead.
the Griffin with the main quest. I think. Let's see, you can be nice. I think to get the information I need about Yennefer, I have to kill the Griffin for them. Basically.
tear you to pieces.
Oh shit! So he's saying I stole. Oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god. I didn't know that was going to get me into a fight. Oh my god, I haven't saved in ages. Okay. Right, so that's not great, but that could have been a lot worse. Guys, don't listen to the auto-saving thing. It's a complete lie. If I hadn't have stopped off that woman's quest, God knows where I'd have been. See that? I took some stuff out of a barrel. I didn't see it say anything about stealing, and then I got attacked, and then I'm dead. That went south so quickly. That escalated terribly, that did. Right, drowners. See, there's somebody in the against the trees there who's saying help, but the drowners aren't interested in it. So I think there's a glitch there. I don't think that's working. So instead of wasting my time fighting them now, I can literally just do this again. Here we go. Here we go. Not at the end of the world. That could have been worse. I'll kill those dogs. Hey, this will be really interesting, right? Don't think, oh god, that's rubbish. He's lost progress. What dust? Do you remember what dust? We've got ruby dust and something else, but it wasn't emerald dust, was it? Remember when we fought the dogs up here in the swamp? Let's have a look at this. Let's see if it just RNG's different type of dust. Look at this. Right. Right, don't go too far into all the poison and stuff. You don't want that. Come on. Let's get Quen going. And let's get Igni ready for these barrels. Ah, stamina's taking way too long. Sometimes trying to do some cool like blowing up a barrel to kill them is actually harder. It's not. That's awesome. Right, let's loot all this again. Oh no, so it was the same dust. Oh no, I don't know actually. Amber dust. I think I might, but let's try this one. Oh, that is all of them. Okay, fine. Okay, okay. I'm sure you can RNG it though, and it gives you a different result.
Giddy up.
Honestly, don't know how to. My whole button mapping is Elden Ring, and it's so different. So different for this game. I'm not gonna loot anything. Again, when you get to places like this, it should just be auto-saving.
I look dead wrong.
Captain.
So you can be nice. Da-da-da-da-da.
Don't. To the.
Right, so in here, we talk to the big quest giver. But see this blacksmith here, quartermaster.
Password.
And thick.
Now,
I'd like you to craft something for me.
don't think we'll be able to do it straight away. What's all this now? Oh, it's the ingots. Yeah, you need ingots. I think that's why I need the powder stuff. But for some reason, he's not letting me.
So long.
I'm sure it is that guy. He's not letting me craft the. It might be after I've killed the Griffin. Or maybe this guy says, okay, I'll let the quartermaster help you out with stuff. So this is a Nilfgaardian, typical Nilfgaardian, like general captain or something.
Very perceptive. Geralt of Rivia. Yennefer.
So obviously I need a bit of information from him.
There is.
I slay the Griffin, he'll...
It kept to the Vulpine Woods.
And this is where you start the quest then for the Griffin.
Since
Meaning it's a...
I judge.
You do your first proper hunt, I'd say. Yeah, got to gather specific herbs, and we're going to do a whole thing where we lure the Griffin to us.
Go.
They won't say anything I
And
don't
Geralt
already
needs to know everything. This is an amazing thing. It's a proper Sherlock Holmes type.
South of the
What type of Griffin is it? What gender is it? Is it an arch Griffin? Is it a smaller one? Is it, you know, all this stuff. So cool. In the books, it goes into that level of detail as well. It's amazing. Yeah, at one point, that guy will let us start being able to look at our weapons, basically. Okay, so I don't think we're crafting our weapons or swords or anything just yet. This guy. I think after we've...
Are you here to spy?
Like...
Yeah, he's not letting me... He's not letting me choose, you know... So I can repair my stuff. Can't upgrade it yet. But we're going to be able to upgrade both of those swords. Do you know what? I don't know if it's upgrading both of those swords. I think we can craft swords with him. A really nice steel sword and a really nice silver sword. But I tell you what, guys. To do that, we have to hunt a Griffin.
So long.
But we're going to leave this Let's Play here. It's a very good start, my friends. It's a very good start. Do you want to see more? Tell me in the comments if you just want me Let's Playing this over the next few weeks. Crisis Core Let's Play will be going up as well, and I expect the same thing from you on that as well. Do you want me to keep playing these? But we haven't even scratched the surface of The Witcher yet. We haven't even 1%ed this. Nothing there. We've got so much more. We haven't even started. Amazing. Okay, with my LAN cables going crazy now and kicking off, so I'm going to love and leave you. Let me know in the comments if we're going to continue this. Bye.